Hello there, Leo. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast. This forecast is for the week of May 23rd through the 29th. We are going to be pulling one card per day so that we can get the highlights of each day. We'll see if there's a flow that moves through the week. And then, and then we'll wrap it up. So, you guys, this is a general reading, so that means that not everything that comes up here is going to apply to every single Leo, but most of it will apply to most of you. Okay, so we're going to pull cards for the weekend and then we'll talk about those. I'm putting down cards for the week right now. Those of you who would like to have a private reading where we're not looking at every Leo's energies out here, where we're looking at just yours, feel free to go ahead and reach out to me. All my contact information is listed on the website at the top of this screen, and I will be happy to read for you. Okay, so let's look at the weekend. Saturday's cards. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. And by the way, reversals are not a big deal on my channel. I know for some people they're always negative, whatever. That's not how it works here. Okay, so we don't stress out about reversals. Sunday, we have the King of Swords. All right, so Five of Cups coming up in reverse on Saturday just means that there is something that you are letting be water under the bridge. All right, you are finding forgiveness for a situation. Maybe somebody's asking you for forgiveness. Maybe they're not. Maybe you're just deciding that you're tired of carrying around the weight of the grudge or the hurt or the injury. And so you want to let it go because you want to do that for your own self. That could very easily be happening. And I'm going to say 60% of you watching this, you are going to be the ones that are letting go of this or finding forgiveness, even though somebody may not even be asking you for it. You're going to be doing this for yourself. All right. Now, even those of you that somebody else asked for it, like the forgiveness really benefits you more than the other person, honestly, ever. Now, looking at Sunday, King of Swords coming up here, this just says that you are making some kind of plan or making some kind of strategy on Sunday, okay? Putting together a plan or a strategy. Bum, ba, da, bum, bum. All right, let's get into your weekdays. See what we have, Leos. First of all, we've got the 10 of Wands in reverse, and we're going to go through all these cards, then we'll come back and talk about them. We have the 3 of Swords. Now, that just kind of makes me mad because you just forgave somebody. We'll talk about it. And then we've got the King of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have the 3 of Cups also in reverse. And we have the Hanged Bird in this deck, the Hanged Man. Okay, so what we have. Let's look at Monday. 10 of Wands in reverse talks about this idea that you're putting down some kind of responsibility that you had been carrying or that you had at least planned to carry on Monday. So whatever you're putting down here, this could be a job, this could be you getting out of a relationship or getting out of a friendship, something where you felt like you were somehow accountable to the other person. And for some of you, what you're putting down is the idea. I'm hearing that you're putting down the idea that somebody gets to blame you for something that you had really no part in. So you're going ahead and putting that responsibility down. Bye. That's not going to be true for all of you, but it will be true for, I would say, 20% of y'all. Okay, so Tuesday, we have the 3 of Swords. And that 3 of Swords just says that there's something going on where you're feeling really sad. And when I first saw this card, I just immediately got aggravated. I think aggravated's a good word for it because I feel like what's going on is this person that you have forgiven or you've let go of some kind of grudge or hurt from them, I think that not only did you forgive them, you also let down your guard and you let them come in and do something that's almost the same to you again. You tried to forgive and forget. But that is not how we forgive in a healthy way. So I would love it if you would make this part of the spread be a lie. And we've got free will. We can make these things turn around using our own free will. So if you forgive somebody, then I want you to go ahead and forgive them. But that doesn't mean that you need to let them repeat the same thing that they did before that you had to forgive them for before. You know, you don't just swing the door wide open to let robbers back into the house just because you forgive them for coming in before and taking your TV and your jewelry. Okay? So please be careful with that. Set some good boundaries, even if you're going to forgive somebody, because it's really great to forgive that person because it does lift a weight off of you. But also don't let them convince you that that means you need to be a doormat to them and let them re-harm you. Okay? Try to handle it in a healthy way with healthy boundaries. All right? And then on Wednesday, we have the King of Pentacles showing up in reverse. I think this is the same person. I think you've got the same person that continues to show up. The King of Pentacles in reverse is somebody that is broke or a broken person, really. I think that they've had some things happen to them that just is no good. And it has kind of made them look at the world and see the world in a way that's maybe not as healthy as it could be. Like, for an example, this might be somebody who's really paranoid. Doesn't have to be that, can be other things. But this is somebody who their elevator is just coming up to maybe like half a floor below the top. And so you kind of want to be aware of that they're coming from a slightly different place when they're talking to you about things. All right. Now let's look at Thursday. Here we have the Three of Cups showing up in reverse. And this just says that you've got somebody who's somebody that you would consider a friend or a member of your tribe who is just getting on your nerves. Jumping up and down on your last nerve is how I usually talk about that. And then the very last card we have, Friday's card, Hanged Man. There's something that you're working on. How do I want to deal with this? And you're really considering what's in the best interest for everybody involved. And so you're giving it some time, maybe even meditating on it, definitely considering it. But you're not taking any motion yet. You want to make sure that you're sure of the answer before you actually do that. So thank you guys very much for being here and for looking at these cards with me. I appreciate y'all so much. I'm sure I'll see some of you here this week for a reading. And the rest of you, I'll see you back on the next video. Peace.